So just a bit of background about myself. I was an outdoor educator for the past 12 years. So I have been doing training for various target groups lah, from schools to even corporates, public community, and focusing more on the outdoor education side. Yeah, and it was only until 2 years ago. 2 years ago, that was where I decided to explore mindfulness, and that was through a mentor of mine, because she herself is a mindfulness teacher, and she felt that going through mindfulness is able to support her in terms of her own well-being. I think a lot of us has been hearing a lot of that nowadays, the trend about mindfulness. Okay, and it's due to the fact that now how much that there's just too many uncertainties in the world, and all of us there's just too much stress and all that, and it's happening to me as well. Stress out of work, running my own business, even my own personal family. So again, juggling all these things has caused me to feel really tired at the end of the day, and I just felt that I was losing myself. I didn't know what I was doing sometimes. Sometimes can be very stressful, and it's just too much judgments on me as a person. So I just don't feel I'm good enough to do certain things. But after knowing mindfulness, that was where I was able to actually realize, there's a lot of realization for me. My self-awareness grew stronger, because I then knew, okay, what is my strengths and all that, and I was able to actually live my life fully in the present. Because mindfulness is actually the art of living in the present moment. We do not want to worry too much of what's happening in the future or the past. The past is what's past, and that has what made us as a person. And living in the future, we wouldn't know what's going to happen. Nowadays, with what's happening in the world, it's very hard to actually plan like 10 years down the road. So sometimes we can only plan like maybe 2-3 years down the road, right? So it's again about, if we cannot find the things that's happening right now in our lives meaningful, we will never be happy. So I wanted to find happiness for myself, and that's why I am now in mindfulness lah, alhamdulillah. And because of that, I would love to actually share mindfulness, its practices, and some of the knowledge from here to as many people in the world and within the community. So actually, the definition of mindfulness, there's a lot of definitions, but I want to focus on what the guru of mindfulness actually wants to bring forth. Okay, which actually from this guy called John Kabat-Zinn. He is the guru for secular mindfulness. In fact, the secular mindfulness is focusing more towards your well-being enhancement. Has got nothing to do with any religious or spiritual context. So it's very different. The focus is all about our well-being. Okay, so that's why actually the definition is more towards paying attention to what's happening right now and the awareness of kirakan in the present moment, non-judgmentally. So which means when you look at the present moment that's happening, you do not judge it at all. It's just noticing it as it is. Yeah, and I would like to focus on these three, which is the awareness, the attention, and acceptance as well. Yeah, where we will usually talk about it more during mindfulness. So during the practices, or even in terms of the subject itself. Yeah. So in fact, mindfulness and being mindful is two different things. Yeah, we might think that being mindful, but again, it's very different. Yeah. So, and you need to experience it to actually understand it in depth.